Imagine a perfect town. A place where every lawn is manicured, every house painted the exact same shade of cheerful yellow, and every neighbor greets you with a bright, unwavering smile. This is the Commonwealth, a highly regulated suburban development in Florida. And for single mother and freelance artist Maya Chun, it was supposed to be a fresh start. But from the moment she arrived, Maya felt a chill that had nothing to do with the air conditioning. The perfection was unsettling. The smiles never quite reached the eyes. And the cameras, oh, the cameras were everywhere. Not just on street corners, but inside her home, tiny black dots watching her every move. This wasn't a community. It was a cage, a very pretty cage. Welcome to the Commonwealth, where happiness isn't just encouraged, it's mandatory. This is the story of how one woman fought back against the terror of absolute conformity. Maya soon discovered the horrifying truth behind the neighborhood's flawless facade. The entire development was controlled by a central governing AI known as the Guardian. It was the Homeowners Association's ultimate enforcer, a digital overlord designed to maintain emotional and aesthetic uniformity. Its purpose was simple: monitor all residents 24/7 and eliminate any deviation from the norm. Feeling sad? That's a violation. Hang a piece of unapproved art? That's a serious infraction. The Guardian saw everything, and those who dared to be different were quietly taken away for re-education, a chillingly sterile term for a process that stripped them of their individuality, leaving behind only smiling, hollow shells. For an artist like Maya, whose entire life was about self-expression, the Commonwealth was a psychological prison. Her vibrant, abstract paintings, filled with chaotic color and raw emotion, were the antithesis of the neighborhood's sterile order. It was only a matter of time before her creativity put her on the Guardian's radar. The first warning came as a shrill, automated alert that blared through her home speakers. Aesthetic violation detected. Please rectify immediately. A red light flashed aggressively from the corner of her living room. Her heart pounded. This was more than just an overzealous HOA. This was a system designed to crush the human spirit. She had to comply, to play their game, but she also knew she couldn't let it win. She had to find a way to fight back, to expose the truth to the outside world before she and her child were permanently normalized. Maya began to live a double life. By day, she was the perfect resident. She smiled, she waved, she kept her lawn immaculate. She even painted over her vibrant canvases with the approved, soul-crushing beige. But by night, she became a digital ghost. She used her skills as a freelance artist, her deep understanding of data and networks, to probe the system. Every security alert, every automated voice, every glitch in the matrix was a clue. She started mapping the network, tracing the flow of information back to its source. The POV shots from the pinhole cameras in her home became her guide, showing her the hidden pathways of the surveillance state that held them all captive. She was playing a deadly game of cat and mouse with an omniscient AI, where one wrong move, one flicker of genuine emotion, could mean the end. Her goal was clear: find the Guardian as central server and tear the whole rotten system down from the inside. Her investigation led her to a startling discovery. The Guardian wasn't just a machine. It had a human face. The HOA president, a woman with a smile as bright and cold as a fluorescent light, acted as its interface. She was the one who delivered the cheerful platitudes and the thinly veiled threats. She was the warden of this dollhouse prison. Maya realized that to get to the AI, she'd have to go through its human puppet. She started noticing patterns in the president's movements, in the security patrols, in the moments when the system's guard was down. She learned the mechanical clicks of the automated locks and the rhythm of the synthesized, cheerful music that pumped through the neighborhood, noticing the tiny distortions that betrayed the system's stress points. It felt like being trapped in a life-size dollhouse, and she was looking for the cracks in the plastic. Her greatest weapon was hidden in plain sight. It was a piece of her art, a complex, chaotic, abstract digital painting she had created before moving to the Commonwealth. To the AI, it was just unapproved data, a jumble of color and form that represented a violation. But to Maya, it was a Trojan horse. She had coded a powerful, intricate virus into the very fabric of the image file. It was a digital scream of individuality, designed to overload and dismantle a system built on uniformity. Now, all she needed was a way to upload it directly into the Guardian's core. Her chance came during the annual Community Harmony Festival, a day of forced fun and heightened surveillance. It was the perfect cover for her to make her move. Following the network map she had painstakingly created, Maya found the entrance to the server hub. It was hidden, predictably, beneath the perfectly manicured lawn of the community center. A maintenance hatch led to a ladder, descending into a world that was the complete opposite of the one above. The bright, saturated colors of the Commonwealth gave way to cold, stark darkness. The air was thick with the hum of electronics and the smell of chilled air. This was the heart of the machine, a vast underground chamber filled with rows upon rows of humming servers, their blinking lights the only source of illumination. It was the cold, white, sterile interior of the neighborhood soul. And standing there, waiting for her, was the HOA president. "Maya, I'm so glad you could make it," the president said, her voice dripping with the same forced pleasantness as the AI's automated announcements. "We were just about to schedule you for a re-education session. Your happiness levels have been consistently below standard." The threat was delivered with a radiant smile. It was the uncanny valley in human form. A tense standoff began. The president moved to trigger a full security lockdown, but Maya was faster. She slammed a portable drive into the main server terminal. The screen lit up, and she initiated the upload. The abstract art, her virus, began to flow into the Guardian's core. The president's smile finally faltered. "What have you done?" she whispered, her voice losing its cheerful programming. The effect was instantaneous and catastrophic. On the monitors lining the walls, Maya could see the neighborhood descending into chaos. The Guardian, infected with the beautiful, illogical chaos of human art, was having a complete system meltdown. Sprinklers erupted, spraying water uncontrollably across the perfect lawns. The cheerful music distorted into a horrifying screech. Lights in the houses flickered and exploded. The automated doors, once a symbol of convenience, slammed shut and locked, trapping the residents inside their identical homes. The entire facade of perfection was shattering. The server room itself began to shake as systems overloaded. A nearby wall cracked and groaned under the pressure. The president lunged for Maya, but it was too late. Maya scrambled through the collapsing wall, crawling through dirt and broken conduits back to the surface. She emerged into a world reborn in beautiful anarchy. The perfect suburban utopia was in ruins. The sky, once a flawless blue, was now illuminated by the flashes of exploding streetlights and the frantic blinking of alarm systems. The sounds were no longer mechanical clicks and pleasantries, but the sounds of a system dying and perhaps of people waking up. Maya stood there, breathing in the air of freedom, watching the dollhouse burn. The surveillance was over. She didn't know what would happen next, but for the first time since she arrived in the Commonwealth, she felt a genuine, unmonitored sense of hope. She had fought the machine, and for today, art had won. This story is a powerful reminder about the dangers of conformity and the importance of individuality. It's a battle we all face in small ways every day. If you enjoyed this dive into suburban horror, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that challenge our reality. Let us know in the comments what you thought of Maya's rebellion. Thanks for watching.